This is the options chain changed. Like completely changed on this shit. It is no longer as grossly expensive as it used to be. Now this is next week. It's nowhere near as expensive as it used to be. I think the last time I showed a video and went a week out, it was like fucking $260 or something for a contract right outside the money. I mean, it's still almost $200, but as you get out further, I mean, it's changed. It's changed a lot. It's actually gotten cheaper. It's actually gotten a lot cheaper. Wow. A lot cheaper. Huh. I wonder why that is. That shit's gotten a lot cheaper. I think I just did a video talking about going like $10 outside the money on AMC versus AMD. And AMC was like fucking 5 times the amount that AMD was $10 outside the money. This is actually, well, I'm actually going to grab a contract now. I am. So I'm going to tell you, I am going to grab a contract. I'm going to go ahead and play the odds that this thing is supposed to follow suit here and at least go up a little bit. So I'm actually going to grab a contract. Just one, because fuck that. I'm not getting screwed over. Just in case the after hours runs, Monday runs, it starts a nice little uptrend. Just in case. Do not do anything because I'm doing it. I'm just, for me, that's worth it. For what I believe could possibly happen. I'm like 50-50 that this is going to happen this year. That's what the program should do. Again, depending on where this closes. So yeah, I think that's crazy. That's weird. That's really, really weird. I want you to understand that right now. AMC has not been that cheap. Has not been that fucking cheap. That's what it should be. That's like almost what the prices should be. That is what they should be. Back in May, right before all this shit blew up and everything, when it was at like $10, $13, whatever, and I bought some $40 contracts, it was about $30 outside the money. They were $20. $20 then. Now $30 outside them again, and that was way further though. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's exactly the same still, because that shit, I got those in 6 weeks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be nowhere near that. Let's go to 70 and see. Yeah, 166. That's crazy. But still, AMC for the following week has not been this cheap, and I don't, since it hasn't been. It has not been. It has not been this cheap, stepping outside the money like that, in quite some time. Quite some time. That's strange. That's very, very strange. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm at least, I got $50 I can toss down on that in my portfolio. See which way it goes. These two are already doing very well for me. Daddy love you long time. You keep climbing up towards that devil, that dirty devil Zuckerberg. You keep going. This beautiful bitch. I loves it. If you listen to me, if you paid attention, I literally told you how to play this, just EVGO. Basically, discreetly told you exactly how you should play this. Even tossed out some numbers for you. If you paid attention, you would know exactly how I played this and how I played it again today. Where my unicorn move is at. It's actually working on a triple unicorn move, which is wild. I've never had that happen to me ever. See what happens in the after hours Monday. These guys, you know, if you watched and paid attention to my catapult videos back in the last quarter when we first went over this shit, and you know, you're the handful of people that learned your new call put strategy, keep playing this the same way I said to. Keep playing it the same way I said to. And you should be happy with the outcome. You know, I want to be very clear because a lot of people don't know how to buy puts. They think it's like calls. They think they can go, you know, way to the end of the chain here, and as long as it drops to $4 or $3, you're going to make money. Nope, no, you're not. No, you aren't. You see how this is a $30 difference between right outside the money and then the next leg up, and when you look at the calls, it's a $15 difference. This is a $30 difference in its value. You want to be in or at the money when you're getting puts. This bitch goes to 5, over 5, you want to be getting puts at $6 or $5. So if it makes that dollar move down, you now have the option to sell 100 shares for $1 or $2 more than the stock price. It makes it way more valuable. You are not trying to chase a number and hope you hit it. That's not how you play puts. Similar to calls, that's really not how you play calls. You don't go all the way outside, as far out as you can, because it's fucking cheap. And then, you know, there's people that you'll buy shit during a run, during like a nice run, and you'll buy far out contracts and you'll see them make money. Yeah, they're going to because it's running, but the moment it stops and the moment it turns around and heads for the hills, all that value is gone. All that shit disappears. I've told you guys that a million times. Even when you're buying calls, you really want to be getting them right outside the money. Depending on what you're doing, depending on the stock, depending on how its momentum has been for the quarter, the year, whatever. But you really want to be getting them right outside the fucking money. That's the most valuable. The ones that cost the most are always the ones right outside the money or already in the money. So you want your contracts to be in the fucking money. That's the goal. The goal is not to get as close to the money or hope you tag it. You want that bitch to be in the money and keep running. You want to have, you know, you want to be able to fucking have the right to buy 100 shares for $5, $10 less than what the fucking current price is. So if you guys are paying attention to these ones, got your eyes on them. You know, this one's not quite where I'd like to see it go before I start playing any puts on it. I just let my calls ride. You know, they're through December, so I'm not stressing that shit. But I mean, you could, if you want to. You could still play fucking puts and shit on this motherfucker right here. You could already get an in the money if you wanted to for $40. $40. And if that shit runs down to $4 again, you have the right to sell that shit for 50 cents more than what everyone else can. That's lucrative when you're in low volume stocks. Everything runs off, you know, 50 cents basically is where you check your value at. So yeah, if you guys are paying attention to these two, and you're in them, and you know, especially like I said, if you got that call put strategy down from the first rodeo we had with this, keep playing it the same way. I mean, honestly, in Q4, you're going to want to utilize that strategy the whole entire quarter, the rest of this year. That's how you're going to want to be playing a lot of shit. Like, if you're buying a call in it and that call's going, you need to just be buying a put for insurance, not even trying to play, you know, up and down swings. You should just, if you get to a certain chunk and you don't want to get rid of that call yet and take profits, you should just be like, when you get to a certain percentage, drop a put on it. Just in case. Just in case. It's insurance. That's it. Because that shit will happen. You'll see it. You'll see it in the coming weeks. All over the place. That shit will happen. So, alright. We'll see where this bitch finishes. Let's see what it's looking like right now. Is this bitch broke? Is this motherfucker not moving? Oh, there we go. This shit is not changing. Alright, fingers crossed. Hold your breath. Like I said, I'm gonna go nab a contract of this just because. Just because. On the off chance, you know. On the off chance that this whole thing really is a part of the program. Even if it's just this part that's part of the program, that's still profitable from where it's at, so we'll see. But That's what I got for y'all with what's going on with this shit. Play your calls and puts right, strategically. Check yourself. You guys got this shit.